Hello, everyone. So recently I was dating this girl, and we will call her L just for simplicity's sake. So Elle and I were dating for about maybe a month and a half, 2 months at most. And when I first met her, everything seemed to be going great. I didn't realize just how crazy she was until the end. And I mean, this is this is very common, I think. You don't realize just how crazy someone is until you're neck deep in muddy water. So when we first met, by the way, we met over Tinder. But when we first met, things went well, but there were some red flags right away. So I remember within the first week of us of when we started dating, she basically told me she thought she was in love with me. So I remember we had only seen each other 2 times up until this point, and I was on my way home from seeing her, and I got a text message and she basically wrote me, and this is almost word for word of what she wrote me, but what she wrote me was, if you love everything about someone, does that mean that you only like them or that you love them? Usually, when people fall in love very quickly or when they think they fall in love, it usually means that they are emotionally inexperienced. And I was not this girl's first boyfriend or person that she's dated by any means. According to her, she's had many boyfriends before me. So when I saw that, it was a bit of a surprise, but I didn't break up with her because she seemed to be a very open person, emotionally speaking, and she spoke her mind. And that's something that I found really attractive. She was a little bit aggressive, but again, that was kind of different for me, so I also like that as well. I continued to keep seeing her because I decided, hey, look, maybe I might eventually feel that way about her. And there's really nothing wrong with it, I guess, as long as she understands that it's very early. So we keep seeing each other, and then she continues to drop some of these bombs, but then there were other red flags. So, for example, she was the kind of person who she would text me, and if I didn't text her back immediately, she would send me another text message. So she would text me, and if I didn't text her back within 2 minutes, I'd get another text message basically saying hello. And if I didn't reply to that one immediately, I would either get another text message or she would start calling me. So within the span of 5 minutes, if I did not text her back immediately, I would get another text message and easily another call. So this becomes important later. Now, that kind of annoyed me because, like, hey, we're adults. We have work. Some of us maybe go to school. We have extracurricular activities. We go to the gym. We cook. We eat. We see our friends. There's a lot of things we do in our spare time that prevents us from just replying to someone out of the blue. Understand, this is not that, it's not like we were in the middle of a conversation and I would disappear. She would just sometimes text me out of the blue and expect me to reply immediately. Anyhow, so that was just one red flag. Well, two, I guess, at this point. The other thing that this girl liked to do is that she liked to bite me. All right, like she liked to bite and pinch. This girl would literally bite me everywhere. She would bite my ear, she would bite my shoulder, she'd bite my fingers, she'd bite my hand, she'd bite my arms, she'd bite my chest, she'd bite my stomach. And if she wasn't biting me, she was pinching me. So I mean, sometimes we'd just be holding hands, and out of nowhere, she'd let go of my hand, pinch my palm, and then start holding my hand again, literally for absolutely no reason. So sometimes, at first it was like this was a new experience for me, and I'm like, what the hell? I've never met anyone who does this. But after a while, it starts to get really annoying, right? So I tried to talk to her about it, and I said, hey, listen, stop it. I don't like it when you're constantly biting me. I don't like it when you're constantly pinching me. And her reply was, hey, listen, you're my boyfriend. You're my boyfriend, you're mine. I'm gonna do whatever I want to you. That's literally what she said to me. And I'm like, okay, you don't seem to understand. I don't like it when you do this. Stop it. She got really upset. She didn't like it. Like, she didn't like it when I got upset with her. So, like, for example, one time we were in the taxi, she just starts pinching me, and I get upset and I tell her to stop doing that. And she got mad because I told her to stop pinching me. She was upset with me because I didn't like it that she was literally physically hurting me. It's not like I know it's not a physical abuse or anything, but nonetheless, it is just inflicting pain constantly, right? It's kind of annoying. And she was just like inconsiderate enough that she didn't care about what made me uncomfortable. It was just about what she wanted. And she was a pincher and a biter. They're really frustrating. And when I would try to talk to her about this, she would either get mad, make a face, or just tell me whatever. She'd try to shut down the conversation and say it's not that big of a deal. So one time we're at my place, and this was like maybe a month in, a month and a half in, I don't know. We're at my place, and she's the kind of person who likes to she's a homebody. She likes to stay at home. And I remember basically telling her, hey, let's go outside and let's do something, right? So, like, she spent Friday and Saturday at my place, and she was planning on leaving on Sunday. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. So, because she was planning on leaving on Sunday, I had made plans with friends for Sunday because she told me she's leaving on Sunday. Saturday night, she basically tells me that she wants to stay Sunday as well. And I'm like, all right, cool. But if you want to stay Sunday, understand that I have plans and like, you can come with me, right? Like, I'm going to go see my friends. You can come with me. She wants to stay home. And at that point, I'm like, look, we've been laying in bed for literally 48 hours because that's what you want to do. I don't like doing this nonstop. Let's go out. Let's go eat somewhere. Let's do something other than just laying in bed for hour after hour after hour. You know, long story short, she got really upset, started basically accusing me of not wanting to spend time with her after I just spent like 2 days in bed with her. And then she kind of storms out. At this point, like even prior to this, I was already kind of getting to the point where I was thinking I need to break up with her. But at this point, I realized that, okay, it's over. Because aside from the fact that she doesn't seem to understand that I need my own personal space when it comes to texting and expecting that I will drop everything immediately and talk to her, aside from the fact that she's inconsiderate, constantly pinching and biting me and doing things that she knows I don't like, we also have radically different methods and approaches to problem solving. I'm the kind of person that I don't like to ignore things. I like to address them. I like to talk about them so they don't keep adding up. Small things, if not addressed, can add up to big things. She unfortunately had a kind of ignore it until it goes away approach. In my experience, a lot of girls have this because they're less inclined to, you know, they're less inclined to be in a confrontational atmosphere, put themselves in a confrontational situation. So anyway, she had a ignore it until it goes away approach, like a flight approach. So she just storms out of my apartment without really talking because she gets upset. At this point, I wait. She lived kind of far from me, so I wait to say, hey, listen, text me when you're home. I want to make sure you're home safely. When she gets home, I basically break it off with her. At this point, she gets very upset. She starts asking, she goes through the whole cliche of, hey, please give me another chance. I'll be better. I won't do the things that you really don't like, i.e. pinching and biting, etc. I'll try talking to you. I'll change and this and that. And then she kind of starts dropping the emotional bomb on me where she just straight up tells me, hey, listen, I'm in love with you, etc., etc. So I felt kind of bad, and I decided, you know what? She admitted that she was wrong. She said that she would like stop all this other stuff, and she's like very straightforward with her emotions. All right, I give her another chance. Guys, yeah, literally nothing changes. Like within a couple hours, we're back to the same old crap. She was also someone who had a totally different sense of humor than I did. So like our sense of humor didn't match up either. But anyways, for the next like week, we're texting and like we get into small arguments here and there because like again, when you break up and you make up, if you just made up over text, it's not good. You need to be able to see each other in person to make up properly. So we got into a couple arguments while we were waiting to see each other. Next weekend, I see her again. Things are fine, but she literally just starts biting and pinching me again. And back to the same old thing of, hey, listen, we're together. It's not a big deal. I like doing this. You should like me doing this to you. It was really, really frustrating. And then anyways, she goes back. And then again, after work, I work and then I go to the gym. So she starts texting me. Things are fine. And then one time I'm at the gym and, I'm at the gym. She texts me out of the blue. She texts me out of the blue. I see the message on the notification, but I don't look at the message. I see that she messaged me. I'm in the middle of a workout, so I finish my workout, and then I check the message. Literally, right before I check the message, as I was opening my phone, this is 37 minutes after the initial text, she sent me another message saying, hey, I don't know who the hell you think you are ignoring my messages. You clearly don't love me, and I was wrong when I thought I loved you, and I don't want to be with someone that doesn't love me. So understand, it took this girl, usually she'll start messaging and calling me if I don't reply within 5 minutes. It took this girl 37 minutes to go from thinking that she loved me to basically wanting to break up with me and then immediately blocking me. So when I broke up with her, I at least didn't block her immediately. I gave her a chance to respond. When she broke up with me, she blocked me from everything, and then just that was it. So when I saw the breakup text, I tried to reply, but it became clear she blocked me, and then I was kind of relieved. I was like, you know what? This is for the best. This was not going to work out anyway. 2 weeks later, she starts messaging me again. At that point, I basically I explained to her, listen, I don't want to get back together anymore. I don't even want to continue talking to you based on how you handled the breakup, right? She starts cussing me off. She starts calling me names. She starts cursing at me. And it literally got to the point where she just would not stop. It was relentless, right? She was ridiculing me and everything. It got to a point where I literally had to block her, which is not something I like to do. Like, I like to part amicably. But anyway, she she was just nonstop, and she was sending me messages like, I hope God will take vengeance on you. She broke up with me. Anyways, so at that point, I block her, and I'm hoping that I'll never hear from her again. I am a little bit concerned that she knows where I live, and she's pretty crazy, but this happened like a month ago or something, so I don't think I'll see her again, but I mean, totally insane, right? I don't know if any of you guys can relate to the story. If you can, let me know in the comments below. You can also follow my ass on Twitch, on twitch.tv/randoms. I mean, sometimes I upload gaming video footage on there. And you can also follow me on Reddit. So if you go to Reddit and then go to r/randoms, you can find my homepage. Now, I don't update that often because I'm lazy as hell, but there's actually a chat option that you can literally communicate and text me on Reddit. So for example, if you guys have any questions you specifically want to ask me and you want instant messaging, you can go on Reddit. If you have any suggestions of videos you want me to do or anything, if you guys have dating advice you want to ask me, I'm not an expert by any means, but I have dated enough girls that I think I can give some of you guys advice. Anyways, I'll link those down below in the description box. For God's sakes, someone follow me on Reddit. Someone follow me on Reddit, man. All right, this is Randoms signing out. Thank you for listening, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an awesome day.